Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. It is of course the day of Jum'ah, the very blessed day during the course of the week. We've also come to the end of the week as well, and we are heading full speed into the weekend. How has your week been thus far? I do hope and pray that of course you have been healthy, well, enjoying a period of happiness and prosperity. I'm your host and brother in humanity, joining you here yet again on the program on this auspicious day of Jum'ah. And of course, I'd like to take the opportunity once again to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Chief and Hari Prasad for those beautiful and wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as we always like to do, wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. Oh Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Today's Islamic date is the third day in the month of Jumadul Ula, which of course is the 5th month on the Islamic calendar. And yes, of course, you have guessed it right. We have now rolled over to the new month. We have now rolled over to the 5th month on the Islamic calendar in the year 1445. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, on the evening of Monday the 13th of November, the moon was looked for to commence this new month, the month of Jumadul Ula, and to bring to an end the month of Rabi'ul Thani. And of course, I can report to you that the moon was not sighted locally or regionally, as a result of which the month of Rabi'ul Thani, the 4th month, then completed 30 days. So today, being the 3rd day of the new month, it is of course always an opportune moment to take heed and to reflect on the very, very fast-paced passing of time. Today also coincides with the 3rd Friday in the month of November in the year 2023. So on the Gregorian side, from the Gregorian calendar's perspective, we are heading very quickly towards the end of the year. And on the Islamic calendar side, we are heading very quickly towards another month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is the 9th month on the Islamic calendar. We have now entered into the 5th month of the Islamic calendar. So make use of the time given to you, for no one knows how long he shall have upon the face of this earth. And at this point, as we are now getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, allow me now to take the opportunity to officially welcome you live on air on the internet, and of course live on Facebook and on YouTube as well, for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and of course entertainment. So by all means, we've got lots to look forward to, got lots to share with you as we go through the program this morning. So by all means, you keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safras Ghani.
दुनिया से दिल लगा कर दुनिया से क्या मिलेगा, دنیا سے دل لگا کر دنیا سے کیا ملے گا یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا دنیا سے دل لگا کر دولت ہو یا حکومت طاقت ہو یا جوانی ہر چیز مٹنے والی ہر چیز آنے جانی ہر چیز مٹنے والی ہر چیز آنی جانی یہ سب غرور ایک دن مٹی میں جا ملے گا یہ سب غرور ایک دن مٹی میں جا ملے گا یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا دنیا سے دل لگا کر آتا نہیں پلٹ کر گزرا ہوا زمانہ کیا خواب کا بھروسہ کیا موت کا ٹھکانہ کیا خواب کا بھروسہ کیا موت کا ٹھکانہ یہ زندگی گوا کر کیا فائدہ ملے گا یہ زندگی گوا کر کیا فائدہ ملے گا یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا دنیا سے دل لگا کر تقدیر جو دکھائے چپ چاپ دیکھتا چل ایمان کے سہارے نیکی کا راستہ چل ایمان کے سہارے نیکی کا راستہ چل اس راستے پہ آ کر ہر راستہ ملے گا اس راستے پہ آ کر ہر راستہ ملے گا یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا دنیا سے دل لگا کر
Really powerful words worth pondering on. Dunya se dil laga kar, dunya se kya milega? If you connect your heart with the world, what do you expect to get from the world? Har cheez mitni wali. Everything in this world will come to an end at some point. What matters the most is your connection with the Almighty. If you walk the straight path, eventually you will find the Almighty. And that is what the heart yearns for. Powerful, powerful nasheed, powerful qasida. And I hope you can understand and take the message forward with you in your life. Of course, you are tuned into Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safar Ghani. And as always, it's an absolute honor and a personal pleasure to be in your company once again on the day of Jum'ah for around about the next hour or so. I want to also take the opportunity very quickly to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omero Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Contact number 645-8326-663-9144. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors, located at number 47 Carolee Savannah Road out there in Charlieville. Contact numbers 471-3850, 3825-418. Nicer Brand Products Limited at number 23 Broker Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-3078, 665-3079, and F&A Hardware and Shopping Center, located at number 280 Russia Douglas Road out there in Barrowport. Contact number 277-8000. Special thanks going out to you as well for all those who message on the program thus far. Of course, I am very humbled by all the messages I have been receiving. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you at all times. On the program this morning, of course, we've got a very interesting segment, as always, lined up for you. First up, we start off with our short inspirational segment, as we always do, followed by the early morning call to prayer. And then a bit later on in the program, we get into our lecture segment. And this morning, on our lecture segment, we'll be scrutinizing the concepts behind the saying that it takes two hands to clap. A very popular saying, a very well-known saying. So this morning we'll be looking at this particular saying from two different concepts. That, of course, is coming up in our lecture segment. So by all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. I'm yours truly, Imam Safar Ghani. You're listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
Madina, 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 Madina. एक बार ही दिखा दो आका मुझे मदीना, बेशक बना लो आका मेहमान दो घड़ी का, दो घड़ी का। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा। अकीदत से काबे में सर को झुका कर निगाहों से पाबे हरम चूम लूंगा। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा। जो तय करके आएंगे राह मदीना, मिला लूंगा मैं उनके सीने से सीना। जो तय करके आएंगे राह मदीना, मिला लूंगा मैं उनके सीने से सीना। जिन आँखों ने देखा है तैबा का मंजर, वो आंखें खुदा की कसम चूम लूंगा। जिन आँखों ने देखा है तैबा का मंजर, वो आंखें खुदा की कसम चूम लूंगा। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा। मेरी जिंदगी सिर्फ इश्क़ नबी हो, जो गम मुझको इसमें मिले वो खुशी हो। मेरी जिंदगी सिर्फ इश्क़ नबी हो, जो गम मुझको इसमें मिले वो खुशी हो। इसी गम की राहों में आंखें बिछा कर मैं पलकों से खाके हरम चूम लूंगा। इसी गम की राहों में आंखें बिछा कर मैं पलकों से खाके हरम चूम लूंगा। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा। मेरे दिल को है बस नबी से अकीदत, किसी दिन तो जागेगी मेरी भी किस्मत। मेरे दिल को है बस नबी से अकीदत, किसी दिन तो जागेगी मेरी भी किस्मत। जो आएंगे करके सफरे मदीना, मैं खुश होके उनके कदम चूम लूंगा। जो आएंगे करके सफरे मदीना, मैं खुश होके उनके कदम चूम लूंगा। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा। अकीदत से काबे में सर को झुका कर निगाहों से पावे हरम चूम लूंगा। अगर मिल गई मुझको राह मदीना, मोहम्मद का नक्शे कदम चूम लूंगा।
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful Friday morning. Jummah Mubarak to you and yours. As we look forward to another day, another week in your life, we give thanks to the Almighty for all of His blessings, for all of His bounties. And of course, as you welcome the gift of a brand new day, there's always an opportune moment to recognize that now is the time. Now is the time to let go of everything that has been weighing you down, and to simply let go of everything that is draining your energy supply right down to the bottom. Now is the time that you let go of those things and you look to move forward in a more progressive manner. You don't have to live attached to anything that is simply not good for you. Remember that you are always in a position to choose. You're always in a position to seek better for yourself, to live better. And you are always in a position to connect with the Almighty and to become a better version of yourself. So this morning I say to you, may Almighty Allah bless you this day. May He continue to guide your footsteps forward. May He open all doors upon you. And He continue to bless you with the strength and the courage to face the challenges that may come your way this day. I also want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Nicer Brand Products Limited on number 23 Brokar Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-307-8, 665-3079. F&A Hardware and Shopping Center located out there at number 280 Roshad Douglas Road out there in Barrowport. Contact number 277-8000. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors located at number 47 Carney Savannah Road out there in Charlieville. Contact numbers 4713850, 3825418. And the Original Barbecue Hut Limited located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. Well, with that being said, our inspirational segment is coming up next. By all means, keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Gan.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to start off by saying to you this morning that in life, you are best advised to choose your battles wisely. There is absolutely no point in fighting for something that simply would not bring you joy. When you avoid unnecessary conflicts, you free yourself to focus on those things that are more important in life. So, simple message for this morning: pick your battles. Not for the sake of winning, but for the simple sake of finding peace and finding harmony. On that note, let me share with you this anecdote. There was once an elephant who had just taken a bath at a nearby river and was walking down the road. When it neared a bridge, the bridge, of course, was narrow. So from the other side, there was a pig approaching that was totally soaked in mud, coming from the opposite direction. The elephant quietly moved to one side and allowed the dirty pig to pass, and then continued on with its onward journey. The unclean pig later spoke to its friends in arrogance, and he said, "You see how big I am? You see how important I am? Even the elephant, as large as he is, even he was afraid of me, and even he had to move to one side to allow me to pass freely." On hearing this, some of the other elephants questioned their friend and the reason for his actions. Was it out of fear? Was it out of awe? Was it out of respect? Why did you move to one side? The elephant smiled and replied, "I could have easily crushed the pig under my leg, but I was clean and the pig was very dirty, and by crushing it, my leg would have gotten really dirty, and I simply wanted to avoid the filth and the dirt. Hence the reason why I moved aside." This anecdote of this story, of course, reveals that intelligent souls will avoid contact with negativity, not out of fear, not out of being in a state of awe, but simply out of desire to keep away from impurity, even though they are strong enough to destroy that impurity. In life, you need not react to every opinion. You need not react to every comment or every situation. Simple policy: kick the drama to the curb and keep moving forward positively. So I say to you again this morning, choose your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your time and attention. After all, life isn't measured by how many times you stood up to fight. It's not winning battles that makes you happy, but it's how many times you turned away and you chose to look in a better direction for yourself. Life is too short to spend it on worrying. Life is too short to spend it on trivial matters. Fight only the absolute most important ones, and let the rest go. Choosing your battles in life is simply a very important message, and it simply means being selective of the problems, the arguments, and the confrontations you get involved in, and instead of saving your energy for things that really matter, do not use your energy behind things that at the end of the day brings you nothing but harm and distress upon the face of the earth. This means that rather than fight every single problem, you fight the most important battles. So why is it important for you to choose your battles? And that is important for you to understand. It is important for you to choose your battles because not everything is important. Some things simply don't matter in the long run. And that is what you need to understand. Also, every battle takes up time. Every problem you engage in takes up time and burns energy. Even if you win the battle, maybe, just maybe, your time could have been spent better elsewhere. And the most important reason, of course, is that at the end of the day, we all have limited time upon the face of the earth. When will you die? No one knows. When you look back at your life from your deathbed, what do you want to see? Do you want to see a life where you worried about every little thing and argued with everyone who stood in your way? Or do you want to see a meaningful life, well lived, well spent, where your time and energy was spent on those things that really matter and was spent behind those people who you really loved and the things that could really and truly potentially change the world? So the point of choosing your battle is to be strategic in how you spend this limited resource called time. So the big question is, how do you get yourself in the habit of choosing your battles? So let us break this down into a few basic important components. Number one, assess the significance. The first step is to evaluate the importance or the significance of the conflict at hand and ask yourself, is this battle worth my time and my energy? Number two, consider the potential outcomes. Before engaging in any conflict, it is essential to consider the potential outcomes. Will your involvement in this particular situation lead to a positive change or a resolution or a negative change? Number three, focus on what you can control. It is crucial to understand and to recognize that not every battle is within your control. Some conflicts may involve factors beyond your influence or require the cooperation of others who may simply be not willing to engage constructively. Number four, prioritize your values. When choosing your battles, align them with your core values and your principles. Do not step down to engage another person simply because you want to engage that individual. And finally, consider the long-term consequences. Sometimes engaging in battle may provide short-term satisfaction, but it is crucial to consider the long-term consequences. Taking a step back and evaluating the potential long-term effects can help you make more informed decisions as you move forward with your life. So remember, choosing your battles wisely does not mean avoiding all conflicts or challenges. It means being selective and strategic in where you direct your efforts. It is about making conscious decisions based on a thoughtful evaluation of the situation at hand. And finally, in conclusion, choosing your battles wisely is a valuable life skill. It allows you to focus on what truly matters. It allows you to make most use of your resources, and it allows you to increase your chances of progress and success. It is, of course, an art that has to be mastered, and trust me, if you can master this art, you will see enormous progress in your life. At this point in the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer, of course, is being brought to you of the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Cunupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على حي على حي على
A very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia, TriniLink Solutions Limited located out there at Waterloo Road in Aruka. And of course, you can check them out for all of your IT sales, solutions and services. Contact number 788-4186. The Price Club Supermarket located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chagonas. Contact number 671-7777. And Confortin Hardware Limited Wholesale Division located at Frederick Settlements out there in Caroni. Contact number 662-1233, 678-0857. With that being said, our lecture segment is coming up in a very, very short while. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safras Gani.
حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله وجب بلال حبشی ہے سربردی کا پیارا ہے وہ جو بلال حبشی ہے سربردی کا پیارا ہے دنیا کے ہر عاشق کی آنکھوں کا وہ تارا ہے وہ جو بلال حبشی ہے سربردی کا پیارا ہے دنیا کے ہر عاشق کی آنکھوں کا وہ تارا ہے ظلم ہوئے کتنے اس پہ سینے پر رکھا پاتر لب پر پھر بھی جاری تھا لا الہ الا اللہ حسبی ربی جل ما فی قلبی غیر اللہ نور محمد صلی اللہ لا الہ الا اللہ حسبی ربی جل ما فی قلبی غیر اللہ نور محمد صلی اللہ لا الہ الا اللہ اپنی بہن سے بولے عمر یہ تو بتا کیا کرتی تھی اپنی بہن سے بولے عمر یہ تو بتا کیا کرتی تھی میرے آنے سے پہلے کیا چپ چپ کے پڑھتی تھی اپنی بہن سے بولا میں یہ تو پتا کیا کرتے تھے میرے سے بہن کیا چپ کے پڑھتی تھی بہن نے جب قرآن پڑھا سن کے کلام پاک خدا دل عمر کا بول اٹھا لا الہ الا اللہ حسبی ربی جل ما فی قلبی غیر اللہ نور محمد صلی اللہ لا الہ الا اللہ
میں بھٹکا ہوا تھا سر ڈھونڈتا تھا میں تجھ کو پہاڑوں ستاروں بدلتی فضاؤں کو جب میں نے سمجھا ملا مجھ کو تو ہی یا اللہ یا اللہ یا اللہ یا رحیم یا کریم یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم لگا کے یہ دل میں نے دنیا سے دیکھا پھر ایسا ہوا دل لگایا یہ تجھ سے نہ در میں نہ شہر میں نہ اپنے ہی گھر میں ملا جو سکون قلب تیرے گھر میں یا اللہ یا اللہ یا اللہ یا رحیم یا کریم یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب سبحان اللہ الحمد للہ لا الہ الا اللہ اکبر سبحان اللہ الحمد للہ لا الہ الا اللہ اکبر. At times I feel that the sun is hidden by a hazy sky, and the lights around me hide the moon at night. I know you're closer than the veins that keep me living, 'cause all around me I feel your mercy. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah. Every now and then we need just a little time to breathe,
to appreciate the trees swaying leaves as they wave to me. Now I need your guiding light, guide me like the stars at night, guide me through the storms of life, guide me until the day I die.
Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, akbar, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah.
Now I'm caught inside a sea of flashing light, a storm that blinds us all from wrong and right. And the trials of life seem like the mountains high, but it's light above it all is worth the climb. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah. Oh Lord, my Lord supreme, how easily you speak to me. Be it your sun's evening glare or the sweetness of the summer's air. And only you know how this inspires me. And for the rest of my days, true to you I'll always be.
Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, akbar, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, akbar, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, akbar, subhanallah.
Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. On this beautiful Friday morning, it is of course the day of Jum'ah. Jum'ah Mubarak to you and yours, and may Allah continue to bless you and yours with all of the happiness and prosperity and the goodness of this life, and as well as in the life of the hereafter. At this point, we'll now get into the lecture segment, and like I mentioned before, we'll be discussing the concepts of the phrase that it takes two hands to clap. And this morning, I would like you to indulge me for a moment. I have a really simple exercise that I'd like you to try. If you're wearing shoes at this time, only if you're able to, I'd like you to remove one of your shoes and untie the laces. Now after that, put one hand behind your back and attempt to put the shoe back on and tie up the laces. Of course, to those who were able to successfully tie their laces with one hand, I can say kudos to you. But if you are like me, I'm sure you would have found this task all but impossible to achieve. The purpose behind this exercise was merely to highlight that, like tying your shoelaces, sometimes in life, it takes two hands to clap. And this morning, we'll be discussing this concept from two perspectives, from two different concepts. Firstly, let us look at this concept in the context of relationships. This is simple, yet profound message. The simple saying reminds us that cooperation and mutual efforts are both essential for the success and the harmony of any relationship or any endeavor. It emphasizes the idea that both parties involved must contribute actively and work together to achieve positive outcomes. The phrase, "it takes two hands to clap," signifies that a single individual or a single entity alone cannot create a meaningful impact or cannot accomplish a task without the involvement and the support of others. We are not alone in this world. And sometimes there are things we can do on our own, but there are also things that we need the support of others to help us to move forward and to push through whatever challenges we may be facing with at that particular point in our lives. So this saying simply suggests that cooperation, collaboration, and mutual efforts are all necessary for progress and success. And in the context of relationships, whether it is a romantic relationship, whether it is a partnership, a friendship, or a professional association, this saying or this phrase holds great significance, and it implies that both individuals, both parties involved must invest their time, their energy, and their commitment to nurture and to maintain a healthy and a fulfilling relationship. And that is a very, very important aspect as we move forward with our lives. Secondly, let us explore this particular saying, it takes two hands to clap, in the context of an argument or conflict. So let us apply the same concepts, within the boundaries of an argument. Within the context of an argument, this saying reminds us that conflicts and disagreements are rarely one-sided. Conflicts and disagreements, they typically involve the active participation and contribution of both parties involved. And it emphasizes that resolving conflicts requires the cooperation and the effort of both individuals involved in order that a resolution may be arrived at and to restore harmony upon the face of the earth. When you find yourself engaged in an argument, it is crucial to recognize that it takes two hands to clap. Both parties play a role in the escalation or in the de-escalation of the conflict. Sometimes when one hand or one party is hell-bent on creating commotion, it is best advised for the other hand or the other party to refuse to engage in the said commotion, and by doing so douse the flames that have been ignited. In certain instances in life, the best response is no response at all. And if one party is inciting violence, the other party should look the other way and move in the opposite direction, move away from that particular scenario. It is important to acknowledge that each person, of course, has their own perspectives, their own feelings, their own needs, and their own viewpoints. And by recognizing and validating the other person's point of view, you can definitely create an environment that encourages open dialogue and understanding. It takes two hands to clap, and it takes active listening and empathy from both parties to truly grasp each other's position and concerns. So the message this morning is quite a simple one. In life, it is important to adopt these two perspectives that can be found in the phrase, it takes two hands to clap. Number one, in the context of a relationship, cooperation and mutual respect. Both are keys that will help and contribute to the smooth flowing of any relationship. And number two, in the context of an argument, it is better in certain instances not to engage. And more importantly, in the face of a conflict, in the face of a disagreement, it is always important to work together to truly find common ground. And if you can stick to these two principles, as you go through the course of your life, you would find much more ease, much more comfort, and above all, you would find it very, very easy to connect yourself with the Almighty.
Allah
وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله يا الله يا الله كان ختم بخطا هخازت الشوق اشبعت تشقي الخطا حياتنا يا ربي حسني قد وينا شفناها قبل الأرض يا الله يا الله كان ختم بخطا هخازت الشوق اشبعت تشقي الخطا حياتنا يا ربي حسني قد وينا شهرها قبل الأرض آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
As we are coming to the end of the program for this morning, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning has been brought to you through the kind courtesies of the Price Club Supermarket located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chagonas. Contact number 671-7777. Trinilic Solutions Limited located at Waterloo Road out there in Aruka. And of course, you can check them out for all of your IT sales, solutions and services. Contact number 788-4186. By Fortune Hardware Limited Wholesale Division located at Frederick Settlement in Caroni. Contact number 662-1233-678-0857. Adams Project Management and Construction Limited located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arena. Contact number 645-8326-663-9144. At the Original Barbecue Hut Limited, located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village, out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canpio. Also, before we go, I just want to share with you a bit of somber news, a bit of sad news this morning. Late last night, we got the news of the passing of our dear brother and fellow Imam Clyde of the Janoon Street Mosque out there in California. His Janazah prayer, his funeral service would take place today at 3:45 p.m. at the House of Mourning, and then from there towards the burial ground of the Muslim Burial Cemetery out there in Barrowport. And of course, he was a very, very influential member of our community. It is, of course, with a very heavy heart that we bid him farewell. May Allah continue to bless his soul and make the journey to the life of the hereafter a very, very comfortable one indeed. I also want to take the opportunity as well to say a very special salam going out to you and yours, to all those who message on the program this morning, locally, regionally, internationally. With the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Of course, it was an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. By all means, Do catch me next week, Friday from 5 a.m. for another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Sarfraz Ghani, signing on for this morning. Until next week, please do have an extremely blessed day, blessed weekend, stay safe, and stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. So by all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming as we go through the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hey, little fish in the bottom of the ocean, moving along in a really cool motion. Did you ever wonder where you came from? Who is the Lord of all creation? The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of the soul. Hey, little bird, so way up high, light up the sky with your colored design. Tell me who made you and I, me to walk and you to fly. The little bird said, that's my Lord. The little bird said, that's my Lord. The little bird said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of us soul. Allahu Akbar, our creator. There's no one greater than Allah. So why do we stand tall, too proud to recognize what's right before us? Signs from the Lord. Hey, alligator, lay so still. Who's your maker? By whose will do you crawl and do you swim? Who controls everything? The alligator said, that's my Lord. The alligator said, that's my Lord. The alligator said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of our soul. Hey, king of the jungle, the mighty lion, top of the food chain, no denying. But who is the one that you rely on, life or death? Who is deciding? The lion said, that's my Lord. The lion said, that's my Lord. The lion said, that's my Lord.